guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another reading again. So today, notice I said a reading and not a pick a card. So I am going to be changing it up a little bit for a few weeks. I'll bring the pick a cards back here and there, but I wanted to try this. I want you guys to let me know how you like it, but I'm going to be doing a collective reading here. And so I prepped for this reading before I turned the camera on, and I have all the cards shuffled here, and we're going to be getting into the topic of you and your masculine elder. Now, this can mean so many things. You and your masculine elder, whether it's you and your father in the physical, like you and your father physically, you and your father maybe that has passed on, you and your grandfathers, your elder spirits that are masculine, grandfather, father, those kinds of spirits. You know, there's this energy around Father's Day is coming up, so there's this energy right now of the masculine energy, like that fatherly figure, that wise elder masculine figure. So that's kind of what we're going to be getting into, and the messages that we're going to be diving into today. I have a new little setup. I hope you guys like it. I know you might see some cat hair, but my cats like to sleep on my reading table, and I just let them, you know, I love it. Hopefully it's not bothering you, but let's get into your reading. By the way, if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can book that at the email down below. That is my only email, and just email me for pricing and we'll go from there. I'm really excited because I've been working with a lot of you guys, and so it's been really, really fun. Let's get into the reading, you and your masculine elder. So the 10 of Wands here, what this is telling me is there's a period of darkness that is ending. There's a heavy load that you've been carrying. Why do I get that this heavy load was like an ancestral heavy load that you were carrying on your shoulders, and you somehow broke the pattern? There's some kind of like toxic masculinity that was carried down from your family, from your generations, and you broke that pattern. Or maybe there was unhealthy relationships with the masculine, and you somehow broke that pattern, and now it's this release. And this Father's Day, you get to feel it, and you get to have this different kind of relationship with the male, like men, like the male figure, especially elder male figures. You're going to find that you might be connecting with them even more. You might be dreaming about your male ancestors, like your masculine elder ancestors, your fatherly figures, you know, people that you look up to that were masculine. We also have here, express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. So since we are talking about, you know, the fatherly figure, the elder masculine here, I do feel like there's this energy that you are being called to put out into the world right now about how you appreciate the elder masculine energy in your life, whether that be they're physically there for you or in the form of a spirit, or even this is your own masculine energy that you just want to appreciate and show love to. Around this time, this is a really good time to show love to that masculine energy. So, you know, even if you need to buy yourself a little gift for the masculine energy within you, because remember, whether you're male or female, every single one of us has a masculine energy to us and a feminine energy to us. And sometimes these energies can go off balance, but that's okay because we can learn how to bring them back. And that's what we're doing. And this Father's Day, I just feel like there's a lot of healing of that masculine role in your life. The masculine perception, you know, the masculine beliefs and all of that stuff. And I do want you to know that it's really going to be, it's going to be very sweet, and the energies are going to benefit you and favor you so much right now if you express your love through gifts. Little gifts. Maybe like send your dad, if they're in your life, something. Or maybe your ancestors, if you have an altar for them, if they are like a fatherly figure, an elder, grandpa, then you can offer them something. Or maybe if you want to visit their grave for Father's Day, if they have passed on, you can give something sweet. Offer gifts, and trust me, they see it, they feel it, they hear it. And then the next card that we have here is forgiveness. Ooh, okay. So this Father's Day, there's a lot of energy of like just healing a lot of things that happen between you and the masculine role in your life. Whether that was like growing up, something happened, and excuse me, my throat chakra is like acting up. Plus I have incense going too, but during readings I feel like I pick up on a lot of your energy. Forgiveness here makes it hard for you to express. That's why throat chakra gets blocked. It makes it hard for you to express something, or to trust again, and to express yourself vulnerably again. And so forgiveness is a huge theme right now around Father's Day too, around you and the masculine elderly figures in your life. For a lot of you, I feel like there's going to be a lot of like healing of relationships that have to do with you and an older man in your life, like a fatherly figure, grandpa. And for a lot of you, I feel like, you just learning to heal and let go, and just expressing love for the good times, and just letting go of the bad, and just moving forward. I feel like a lot of you, life has changed so much, and now you're learning just to let things go and just forgive and move on. If these people are people that you really want in your life, you're just going to forgive and move on. The next card that we have here is Focus on Love, but it's upside down. So why is this upside down here? I hope you guys can see the cards. Let me turn the exposure down just a bit. And maybe put it down just a bit. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see. Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are very picky with how you spend your money. You're very picky with how you express your love too. You're very like guarded, especially with the masculine person in your life. For a lot of you, it's very hard to be gentle and like really be vulnerable and express yourself truthfully to that masculine figure in your life. And that's changing around this whole entire time. This whole Father's Day, this reading is for, not just Father's Day, but any time that you're needing to hear these messages too. But particularly right now, the energy of the Father's Day, is in the air. Everybody's running around buying Father's Day gifts and stuff like that. So the energy is in the air. And so it's also interesting, we just had the full moon in Sagittarius, and it is about healing the fatherly aspects of your life. It's about like that fatherly energy. So that Father's Day is like right around the corner of that too. That's very interesting too, right? The next thing that we have here is integration. A lot of you are learning to integrate, moving forward and leaving your past behind, focusing on negativity, and then having a heavy burden on your shoulders because of it. You're leaving that in the past, and now you're moving forward here with forgiveness towards whatever happened here. For some of you, there's something happened that you needed to forgive them, and now you are reconciling with your father, your dad, your grandpa. There's a reconciliation here. For some of you, I feel like there is a change in perspective. You get to hear their story somehow. You get to see your father's or your grandfather's, or like your grandfather's story. It's like hearing their stories, and you learn forgiveness through it. You just learn to integrate a lot of that. Now, this card here is telling me that a lot of your ancestors are bestowing abundance upon you. Now, for you to open the doors to receive this abundance, you need to stop focusing on the negative. Stop looking at the negative things in people. Specifically, I feel like some of you are looking at the negative things in the masculine figure, in the masculine role. In your own masculinity, you find so much negativity, and that's not good. I feel like there's abundance right now in embracing your masculinity and the masculine roles and masculine energies and spirits and people in your life, and also forgiveness, forgiving them and expressing that forgiveness, expressing all of that through love, and watch how abundance starts to pour in. Especially right now, especially the way that we've been having the planets right now, the father thing is like very dominant right now. So heal these energies right now and watch your abundance. It's kind of, you're opening the flow to your abundance. The next card that comes up here is back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. So for a lot of you, while you're healing this masculine energy in your life, a lot of you are going to be healing a lot of that toxic masculinity that you might have had, or you might have had this hatred for them, or you might have had this distrust for the masculine role in your life, or the masculine energy in your life. Or, you know, there's so many different ways that you can, the masculine energy can be negative in your life. And for a lot of you, I feel like that little negative masculine energy that was around you or in your life, it took you away from what you loved. Because when that masculine energy is very abundant in your life, you become extremely driven and you become extremely ambitious. So for some of you, you might have just become that. And because of that, you stopped focusing on love, right? That's why this card is upside down. For some of you, you stopped focusing on love. And now you're kind of just relearning how to have a healthy masculine balance. And now you're relearning getting yourself back to what you love in a way that you're not so hustle and like draining your energy, draining all your life force energy through all of that. You're walking towards all those things you love still. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're very driven and you're very, very ambitious, and you you always kind of follow your own path, and you created your own path as well. Now, what I want to say for those of you is this card is telling me a lot of your ancestors are extremely proud and they do see you. For a lot of you, I see that your ancestors are from the water, like maybe Samoan, maybe Tongan, maybe Fijian, maybe like Hawaiian. They're from the water. For a lot of you, I see ancestors asking you to forgive them. And these are all male, masculine ancestors. For a lot of you also, I see that if you are not talking to your father or grandfather actively right now, or maybe that they have passed on, there is this, they crave some sort of forgiveness from you. So it might be good that you express your love through the gift of giving them the forgiveness that they want, if, only if, you are okay with it. But according to the cards, I really do feel like you have healed this. You are moving on. You're moving past it. You've let it go. And you are on a different path now. And you're going back to the things you love. And then we have be in the present and dream of the future. So when we dream, everything is possible. So you're being called to dream, but don't overdo it. Be in the present. So don't lose the present moment. I feel like a lot of you are so driven, so ambitious that sometimes you lose the present moment. And so you're very overly in your masculine nature when you do that, because you just want to become the protector, the provider, and you know, you want to play that role, and you want to make sure that everything is okay and taken care of. And then what happens then? It becomes like schizophrenia. And then, you know, you're holding on by your toes and your fingers, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And so a lot of you, I feel like the masculine deities, the masculine energies that you work with. If you work with Shiva, if you work with Hanuman, if you work with Obatala, Elegua, if you work with these energies. Who else is there? Ganesh, like any masculine figure like that, I feel like they're asking you right now to go into silence. Because in that silence, in that aloneness right now, you're going to be tapping into this very, very, I want to say fierce, strong, bold, fiery, masculine energy. When you can turn in, you're going to shut the noise of the entire world, and you're going to wear, do you see how she's wearing this cloak of red? I want to tell you something. What I love about reading cards is that every single time that I visit these cards, they show me something different. I have been reading these cards specifically for about 6-7 years. And every time I've pulled this card, I have never ever read or noticed her cloak or her shawl. But right now I see it. And why do I see it? Because what did I just say? Red, fiery, right? Fiery, bold, courageous. Just, you're going to be tapping into the masculine. And masculine is very red color, fiery color. But meanwhile, you're also going to balance out your feminine nature at the same time. I just feel like right now, a lot of you are going to be tapping into your masculine energy. And even if that means you're going to be tapping into your masculine elders, of course, some of you are going to be spending more and more time with them around right now. And for a lot of you, you're going to be the ones that have passed on. You might be smelling them, hearing them, dreaming of them, getting messages from them, you know, hearing their favorite songs, their favorite quotes, their favorite lines, whatever it is, right? So keep an eye out for that. And the more that you kind of spend a little bit of time just in silence, meditation, or just in silence. What I like to do is I love to do the dishes silently. That is my meditation, and that's where I kind of I get into a meditative state. I know it's weird, but I do. And that's where I just get my silence and my alone time, and I get to turn in and tune the noise of everyone out. And I'm not gonna lie, that's where I find so many of myself, like so much of myself processing so much of my thoughts. And I find forgiveness for so many things. I find healing for so many things. So it's really beautiful. So I feel like a lot of you are being called to do that, just so you're not spreading yourself so thin. Receptivity. Okay, so for a lot of you, I feel like your fatherly figure is going to be reaching out to you this Father's Day, or there's something like somebody's going to be reaching out, like a father figure. Whatever they say, take it lightheartedly. Do not, just know that they're doing everything and saying everything with love. Be receptive to these things. This is these are your elders. This is masculine elder. That's for some of you. For some of you, it is, a lot of you are going to be dreaming of elders in your family that have passed on. So keep that in mind. Keep a little journal or a piece of paper next to your bedside so that you can see, as soon as you wake up, you can see that and just write down everything. And then you can Google what you saw. First, you're going to write down, let's say you saw a shoe and a flower. You're going to write down shoe and flower, and then you're going to write down your meaning. What does a shoe mean to you? Like, for example, what I'm talking about is like if somebody dreams about a rat, say, right? A rat. For some people, a rat is a pet, and for some people, rats, they are terrified of it. So you have to know your meaning of it too. So for some people, shoes is something dirty. For some people, shoes is, how you get around. Shoes is like, this beautiful thing. Some people collect shoes. So what is it to you? You write those things down first, and then you go and Google it and see the meaning of that dream. And I'm telling you, most always everything puts a story together. So I feel like around this Father's Day time, you guys will be seeing that story being put together in your own life by these masculine elder figures, whether they are here alive with you or they are in the spiritual realm, or they are gods and deities and the things that you work with. Another thing I want to tell you is to be playful. Okay, when it comes to your masculine energy, do not be so serious. Okay, I know you're ambitious and I know you're driven, but be a little playful. Also, in your relationships with the masculine energy, with your masculine elders, whether it be in spirit form or here in the physical form. Be playful. They need it. They want it. They crave it from you. So be playful with them. Even your spirits, they want you to be a little playful with them. Give them some sweets, maybe. Even if they're here in the physical, if they can have sweets, get off. Just, you know, buy them some sweets. I feel like they will really, really like it. We also have breakthrough here. So there is this transformation happening here. The energy is shifting. The masculine energy, the masculine role in your life is shifting. For a lot of you, I do feel like you're going to be finding out that you are going to be a father around this time. And it's going to make your life a little bit more playful. A lot of you also, there is this message to surrender yourself to trust. Trust your ancestors here, your masculine ancestors. They are around you. They are here. They are there for you. Especially around this time, I feel like they kind of will come around a little bit more. And trust that. And I feel like if you call out to them and reach out to them and talk to them, write a letter to them, give them a little candle or an incense or something, or maybe food, or whatever you offer to them, they'll come and they'll listen and they'll hear. And you might even see a lot of these things in the form of lights flickering, orbs, lights, like you'll see that. Like my candle right here is so weak right now. Oh my gosh, why? So what I like to do is just pour the wax and then, ooh, look at that, nice and fresh. Anyways, another message for you guys is surrender to inner peace. So, interesting. Do you guys see something? Do you guys see both of these? Let me zoom you in right there. Both of those cards, look at the images. A lot of you guys have been spreading yourself extremely thin, okay? You know, when you are in a toxic masculinity state in your life, that means that you are overworked and burnt out and very aggressive, very dominating, very, just very protective, and, you know, yeah, things like very in your fire energy. And so you see all the clouds, it looks like the clouds are on fire, but you're spreading yourself so thin. And what you need to do is not spread yourself so thin like that. And you could, you know, what I feel like this is telling me is you can do the same exact things, but you don't have to spread yourself so thin over it. You can free flow into it. That's what I'm saying. You can make everything flow freely for you instead of you stretching your own body to the max, overdoing these things. That's what I want to say. I also want to show you something. There's two birds in this card. These are from two different decks. And in this card, there's also two birds. Right now, for a lot of you, that there's something that is, there's opportunity, like your own manifestations, your own work was spreading you too thin. The masculine energies and roles, maybe even the people, they were spreading you too thin. Like the very things you loved were kind of driving you insane. And I feel like some of you, it could have even been a male figure, masculine role in your life that was kind of just driving you insane. But around this time, the energies are shifting and changing as well. There is, look at the colors here. Look at trust. This person is not going to let go because he does not trust he will be okay. If he lets go, he will fall. But you're being asked to trust, forgive and trust, because there's something in it for you. Whenever a masculine energy will say that, it was from the cards, I'm talking about from my cards. Whenever a masculine energy from my cards will say that, then surrender to that trust because there's something in it for you. Be a little bit, look at the colors here. Look at this playful color scheme right here, and then look at this color scheme right here. You're being asked to trust and just kind of flow and just surrender, because these opportunities, the same ones that were driving you insane, they are going to propel you upward into something. There's something in it for you. Be playful. Be a little bit more playful and not so serious, because when you're too much in your masculine, you are very, very serious. You're being asked to be a little bit more playful. And also with the masculine people in your life, be a little bit more playful. And watch the abundance flow. Now, I have a few more cards here. I'm going to read these. For a lot of you, there's this awareness card. So if you see this, there's this lady popping out, and for me, it looks like a vagina. So with me, I feel like there's this balancing of the masculine and feminine energies in your life right now. There's a lot of healing going on. There's going to be conversations being had. There's going to be healing. There's going to be moving forward, moving on. For a lot of you as well, I see you leaving things behind, leaving some masculine energies behind, whether that be in yourself or whether that be an actual person, or a very toxic workplace. Okay, so keep that in mind. That could happen within the next few days. For a lot of you, I do see that you're going to be spending a lot of time in nature soon. You might be planning a vacation, and what you're doing is you are going to be, for a lot of you, I see you going with your dad if they are here. For a lot of you, I see you going to your dad's gravesite. For a lot, it's like visiting your dad, but it's in a place of nature. So maybe you guys are going camping, maybe you're going fishing, maybe you're going to their home, and it's like in a very farmy area, I see. Or maybe you're going hiking, something like that. I see you connecting with this masculine figure or energy, even if it's within yourself, but you're doing it through nature somehow. Okay? The next card that comes up is faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. I see travel. I see travel for a lot of you. And I also see a lot of you, like the farm thing. Like you're going to like a farm place. Also for a lot of you, I see you cooking, lots of cooking. So around this Father's Day, there's probably a lot of people cooking, but it's like authentic homemade cooking. So you're going back home. A lot of you going like back home. For a lot of you, I also see vacation with a masculine energy or masculine figure very soon. For a lot of you, I also see that you're going to go on an interview, and it's going to be with like an older masculine person, and they are going to give you the job. They are just going to love you. Okay, for a lot of you, I also see that there is a masculine that has gotten out of some kind of a court situation. So keep that in mind. The Eight of Wands. This is asking you to direct your energy towards nature. It's pointing straight to nature. Trust with nature. Forgive. You are being asked. You're going to be taken to far away places, to new horizons, to beauty, to look at all the grains, the vegetables, like water, mountains. Everything is there. You, and oh my gosh, you're lighthearted here. So direct your energy towards something about nature, okay? Maybe plan a vacation towards nature. Maybe plan a little fishing trip. Maybe a picnic. Maybe just a little hike or a walk or something. I feel, or with the masculine figure in your life, even if that's like your partner or your dad or your uncle or something like that, or a friend, and like an elder. I feel like somebody needs it and you can provide it. Okay, so the camera cut off. I'm not too sure where it cut off, but I'm just gonna continue because I don't want to go back and look at where it cut off, because that is just going to ruin my whole train of thought right now. So we're just gonna continue and hopefully just continue where I left off. There are a few other cards that I had here that I want to get into. So I grabbed this card again because I wanted to talk about how right now, I think I was talking about this, is the Eight of Wands is asking you to really direct your energy and your focus into nature. There is something in it for you. If you can trust nature and if you can forgive the fatherly energy about either yourself or the ones around you or the ones that even have passed on or you have even lost faith in, you are being asked to trust something. Direct your energy towards nature. Now, another thing is there's something in it for you that is going to be taking you into something that we're going to get into just in a second. But you focusing your energy back into nature and even like planning a trip with the masculine person in your life. It could be your partner, it could be your father, it could be your son, it could be, you know, your uncle, your friend, something. I feel like they need it. I think I said it before, but I feel like they need it. And it's going to allow you to be a little bit vulnerable with the masculine and also forgive a lot of things, you know, that you're just holding on to. And again, focus your attention back onto love instead of being so weary and suspicious of people and not trusting people, you know, because of your past traumatic experience with the masculine. You don't trust so easily. But right now you are being asked and guided to focus somehow into nature, okay? And then we have this card right here. Now I want you to see something. This card is about overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. This card is talking about how a lot of you, your tongue was blocked. Your expression, your communication was blocked. You couldn't, there's something about the masculine energy in your life, whether you couldn't talk to somebody in your life that was masculine, or you couldn't express yourself to them properly, or maybe somebody couldn't, if you're very, very masculine, maybe somebody could not express themselves to you in the ways that they, you know, felt comfortable. So there was something about how like somebody just didn't feel free to express themselves properly. I also feel like a lot of you were trapped in this cage, right? Trapped in this cage. But as this sword comes out of this boulder, you are now this bird right here. And you are not trapped anymore. And you get to see your own like unraveling, your own just strength, the way that this sword comes out of this boulder. This sword was trapped in there for so long, and this boulder was so heavy. You know, there was no movement. It was stagnant. Like, I feel like there was a stagnant energy in the masculine in your life. And the more that you can focus on the good, the more that you can focus on like the good of the masculine in your life, even within yourself, your own masculine traits, the good of it, you're going to free yourself more and more. And the last card that comes up in your reading is Voices. So I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit right there. Ooh, also you guys can see actually the bird right there too. While you guys are looking at this card, I want you guys to keep an eye on the bird is right there, and then the bird is right there. You see how the bird came out of the cage because you overcame something, and this overcoming has everything to do with the masculine energy and the masculine role in your life. So Voices is the last card in your reading. With a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. Do you see that? I feel like this is a lot of your masculine ancestors. You know, even your father, like your dad or your uncle or your, you know, stepdad or your brother or your look, it's not even just gender based. It's even if there is an energy in your life that is so very masculine, no matter what gender they are, they're speaking to you right now. And a lot of you, I feel like they are craving for you to speak back in whatever form they are, whether they're in their here physically, or they're in the spiritual world, or they're even your animals, male, older animals, okay? Right now, they're just kind of craving attention, like the kind of attention like your old grandpa just wants a companion and a friend type of an energy. And for a lot of you, it could also be the masculine energy within yourself that's craving that very attention, you know? So feed it and make sure you nurture that, but do not nurture it in a way that you know, masculinity can get so toxic because you can become just so fiery. And so you have to balance that out, of course. And so that is how you're going to overcome all of this. And a lot of you are just overcoming so much in your life when it comes to the masculine energy. And right now around Father's Day, the energy is high, the energy is around the air, and a lot of you are feeling it. But it's very healing. And a lot of you are going to be coming into contact with your ancestors, you know, hearing them in your dreams, smelling them, hearing their favorite song, like I said, those kinds of things, you know, synchronicities regarding them. Say they love birds, like a specific type of bird. You will see them more and more. Actually, you know what's really funny? I have been seeing dragonflies every single day, and they just, I have not, that it's really weird, but dragonflies are a symbol for me of my grandpa. So that's interesting. That's his voice, you know, for him, that's how he can talk to me. So that's very interesting, and I wanted to, that popped in my head, so I wanted to tell you guys that. And you guys might smell like, you know, your grandpa's favorite perfume, and it has to do with the masculine figure. But I don't want to say that I'm just saying just the man, because there are women that are very masculine as well. That could be the masculine figure too. So I'm just saying that too, or anybody could be a masculine, you know, but this has to do a lot with the masculine person, even the masculinity within your own self, and also the masculine energies in your life. So that is the reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this format. Let me know, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.